Hello everyone, my name is Anna Mendoza and I'm going to be presenting to you workplace diversity. I'm just going to start by saying the workplace diversity is a word hard to describe or define as we all have our idea of what it is. But in big terms, it is used to express that a workplace is composed of employees from different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different religion, different sexual orientation, etc. Workplace diversity, it was first introduced in 1943 with the first modern equal employment legislation introduced by the Congress. Um, and I'm just gonna go over a little bit of what is Netflix. So Netflix is a streaming media platform created in 1997. It started as a DVD rental through mail, and it became what we know now, a global streaming platform. Um, According to Netflix, they think that diversity is the key that unlocks our ability to innovate, to be creative, and to solve problems. And so, like one of the questions that we all ask is, what's Netflix doing to achieve diversity in the workplace? Uh, According to Netflix, they are hiring people from different backgrounds, not only in the offices, but also for their TV shows and their movies and series because representation matters and they like to have people from different backgrounds represented on screen and being able to see themselves uh, represented. What is the reason why Netflix cares about this? Again, Netflix is a global platform now. There's people in China watching, there's people in South America watching, there's people in Africa watching, there's people in Europe watching. So by having people from these places all around the world represented on their shows, they gain audience uh, and also profit to their company. So it's really important for them to have people identifying themselves into characters of their movies on the series. Uh, and so, according to them, we believe that people deserve to see their lives on screen and are committed to create opportunities in front and behind the camera for people from all backgrounds and cultures. Then again, they are trying to achieve the representation all over, not only on the series but also on the people working on the offices. It's Netflix really diverse. Well, according to the report that they gave us last year, well, 2021, at the end of 2021, globally speaking, overall, there is a growth from 48.7% to 51.7%. In regards of gender, they have 50.7% of the workforce being women. And then here we see the there are creative, corporate, technical roles, leadership, and so on. And then we also got the race and ethnicity from 2020 to 2021. There's an increase as well from a 46.8 to a 55.5 percentage. And we see them all break down here into American, Indian Native, Alaska, Asian, Black, Hispanic, Latino, Middle Eastern, North African, Native, Hawaiian, and we got white and two old Mord. Uh, all of this. It's not working. And we also see representation. This one specifically is on screen. representation of the LGBT community and people with disabilities. We see that on their films there is a 4% of representation of the LGBT community, and then we got series with 1.1%, main cast being 4.3% compared to series 6.1%, and speaking characters 2% of them are LGBTQ plus, and 3.3% of the series again are LGBTQT plus community, and then we can also see it here. People with disabilities represented within the film. So leads on their films were 11.9% of the people representation, less than 1% on the series. We got main cast. In films, main cast representing disabilities was 4.1, and the series was 5.1, and then speaking characters we got 1.5 on the films and 2.4 on the series. So can we say that Netflix is a diverse workplace? Yes. According to the information provided and the research that I conduct and the report they gave us, the platform is consistent with the philosophy, since according to what has been shown, Netflix has gradually incorporated people in programs that correspond to diverse groups and where we can appreciate diversity and inclusion. Some of the shows I have listed them in here. So Atypical has the representation of LGBT community, and we also see people with disabilities within this playing. And then we got The Harder They Fall have a representation of the LGBT community, and then we have Never Have I Ever. We have representation of the LGBT community, people of color, people from different ethnicities. We have some of the characters being Asians, some of the characters are also from the Middle East, some of the characters are white. And then we got Love on the Spectrum. Again, it's representing people with disabilities. Squid Game represents people from different backgrounds. Ginny in Georgia represents people of different education with different backgrounds from different colors. Representation of the black community and white community. We also have a variety of issues being represented in this series. So I do believe that the company does achieve their goal, and I hope this presentation give you a little bit of information or an idea of what the company is doing, and because they are really achieving diversity.